everybody, welcome to this week's Weekly Roundup. I have a shorter list, which I think will then be a shorter video, but I'll probably find some way to extend it. So let's get started with construction. So on North 4th Street, we are still working through some concrete pours. So we have ramps that we need to get completed, and then some manholes that still need to be completed, and then that concrete needs to cure. So we're looking at least this next week and maybe into the week following, where we'll still have that detour in place, but I am hopeful that we'll have it open for at least a couple of weeks leading up to the 4th of July, and then it'll get closed again for us to do the mill and overlay of the road in its entirety. But I know it's been a pain. It's a major thoroughfare, but it is certainly going to be worth it in the end when we have improved accessibility and just an improved roadway. So I'll provide another update next week. Washington Street work is still moving along. Obviously, there's a lot of moving parts, and that's an older area of the community, so it's just a little bit more dense. So just please be patient and careful as you move through that area, whether it's all the way up on Church or down closer to Water. There's just a lot of moving parts and a lot of different companies that are kind of in and out. So just practice some caution there. We have had a couple of sinkholes. We had one, I think, on South 9th and one on Dewey. Just for awareness, those have obviously been, taken care of. Those were because of some storm sewer failures. And we will bring that patcher, the paver who does the patch list, in just a couple of times a year. So you're going to see gravel in certain areas until we get the paver here to do the asphalt patching. We will be starting seal coating in mid-June. That's the one we typically get some concerns and complaints when they come because the black material is on the roadway. So just know that that's going to start again in a couple of weeks. The senior center parking lot will get paved in a couple of weeks too. And I'm so excited that that's finally a project that we could fit into our budget. A lot of people use the senior and community center. So if you have people in your life that do, give them the heads up. The senior center should be communicating, but we want to make sure that people can make arrangements because the lot will be closed. And then we're still doing culvert repairs and stormwater pond inspections. So if you see people kind of traversing private property or city property in kind of weird ways, they do have on high-vis vests. So it is likely our engineering team doing those stormwater pond inspections. But when in doubt, you can always give us a call. We can confirm or deny for you. But a lot of work is happening in Public Works right now. Another thing Public Works is doing is this Saturday we are open as one of our extra Saturdays for drop-off at the streets department. So e-waste, recycling, large items, they're open from 8 to noon at the streets department yard on 1st Street. So it's tomorrow, Saturday. We only do that about 4 times a year. So if you've missed this one, we will have, I think, 2 more yet this season. This week, the Finance Committee approved a contractor to begin the work at Riverside Park on the repair of the walls and the footbridges. So this has been a couple of years at least in the making to try to craft a scope of work that was manageable, financially possible. And the scope of work we have right now is still over the amount of money we have allocated to it. I think there was $291,000 worth of work, and I'm pretty sure we had around like $164,000-ish budgeted. So we did receive approval to begin with the scope of work that we could pay for, and then we're hopeful that whether it's through grants or donations or additional allocations into the future, that we'll be able to continue to chip away at that scope of work to repair the Riverside Park walls and the footbridges. I do want to call attention though. You are going to see work happening, I think, beginning next week through our street division crews. They will be removing small sections of a wall you may not even know exists. Not everyone even knows it's there, but it's a wall along Division Street, and it's Division kind of right to Laborie. It's a wall that's decorative in nature and in disrepair, but we also need the materials. So where things are in a state of disrepair, we're hoping to remove where needed and repurpose that material. I'm not aware of anywhere where I can get my hands on, field stone from 1930 something. And we have a lot of walls that need that stone. So where you see people removing small sections, we will be redeploying those into Riverside Park. So our street division crews will begin that work, removing and cleaning and preparing that stone to be reused in other sections of the park. But that work is going to start here, I think around like June 10th, where the work within the park will actually begin with our mason company. So please just be mindful and respectful as you see people working in the park. On the recreation front, FYI that the Interurban is getting sprayed, and you'll see some people working out there for the next couple of weeks. So please just be mindful as you're moving about on the trail. Day camp starts on June 12th, so that's for our 4K to 5th grade graduates. Whenever I see them, I always wish I was doing day camp. They look like they have a whole lot of fun, so it's a good opportunity for your kids for the summer. And we still need lifeguards, and I mean it, you guys. Like, this is our SOS. We will not be able to run the pool the way that we want to, hours-wise, days of the week-wise, unless we have additional lifeguards. It's just not possible. So if you're interested, if you have questions, if you're thinking, oh, I can only work, 10 hours a week, is that enough? Just call. Let's have a conversation, and let's see if we can get you on the team. If not, we're going to start to see reduction of hours or closure of certain days where we can't staff lifeguards. One of those days is a great example is graduation weekend. We won't have enough guards most days. We won't have anywhere near enough guards on those days, so the pool's going to be closed. So if you're willing to, or you're questioning it, please reach out to us and let's have a conversation about opportunities to join our rec team with lifeguarding. On the library front, the summer reading program starts next week. They're having a kickoff, I think, on the 5th in the evening. You can attend the kickoff, or you can just register online and pick up your packet. The summer reading challenge is not just about reading. It's about social investment of time, playing outdoors, doing activities, of course, reading as well. And my boys do that program, and they love it every year. So our library does a great job of providing programs to people of all ages, but this is a big one. So there's opportunities for prizes, and if you're interested, check out their Facebook page for more info. Otherwise, just get your kids registered. It'll be a good use of time. Actually, I should correct myself. I think it's for people of all ages, not just young kids. So the library is also doing an author open mic night. This is next week on June 7th. So this is at the library, celebrating local authors who will be able to read one of their original pieces out loud to a live audience. And then next Friday is the Friday Family Flick. It's June 9th at 1:30. They're going to be showing Lyle Crocodile. So I know for public school kids, next Friday is their first full day off. So that might be a good opportunity to take your kids to a free movie at the community room in the library. On the fire station, our renderings are nearly complete. We were just meeting this morning and kind of tweaking the layout a tiny bit each time. It feels like we rotated a little bit each week or make a small adjustment. I've seen the exterior rendering. It is a very appeasing station. And it's going to be a station, more importantly, that is a modern station that meets the needs that we have. Our basic needs about providing a modern station for our firefighters, health and safety wise. Being able to have a station that meets certain standards is really important and obviously necessary. And then also a station that has more space. We know that our current station is too small for renovation. We can't go north, south, east, or west. And so this space affords us that. And we're looking forward to an opportunity. And I think we're starting it maybe next weekish, where we'll be showing you those photos of the not before and after. That's what it feels like. But what our current station looks like and what a future station could look like for us on some of those key areas. So we will be going to site plan with the first rendering, I think June 12th. That is a meeting open to the public, so people can certainly attend that. However, we'll be doing a more bona fide presentation, I believe in early July, to the Common Council. So I would encourage you to attend that one as well. As a reminder, the police department is hosting their Run, Hide, Fight training on June 20th from 1 to 4 in the community room at the library. You do not have to register, but it is a really good training, and unfortunately one that we all need. So if you can't attend, don't worry. We're hoping to be able to offer another one, but please get that on your calendars and join if you can. Next week, we have a mayor meetup at 4:30 at the library. The plan is outside. I have yet to check the weather, so we'll see. If we're not outside, we'll be sure to communicate where we're going to be meeting. Again, just an opportunity for you to come, ask me any questions, share your concerns. I'm there from 4:30 to 5:30 and have no pre-canned agenda. So I look forward to chatting with you there. On the job front, we are hiring for a solid waste curbside collector, firefighter, paramedics, police officers, police auxiliary, and a slew of things in the recreation department. Everything from a building supervisor to a park rec programming supervisor to part-time seasonal staff in a variety of different areas that park and recreation serves. And of course, as I said before, lifeguards. This weekend, the Aquatic Center opens with the guards that we have, so be gracious and thankful to them. We are also doing, well, not we, but the community is hosting Cash for Carp. You can register right at Riverside Park. That starts right away, I think at 7 in the morning. I know some of our local businesses are holding outdoor markets and indoor markets. Watertown Tourism, of course, is the place for all of that information. If none of that catches your eye, I know Get Healthy Watertown is hosting one of their walks Saturday morning. The Storybook Trail has updated its book. So it is just a good opportunity to get out. I think it's supposed to be nice. I have no real idea. But it's been pretty great lately. So hopefully it continues. But regardless of what you do, I hope you have a good weekend and we'll see you back next week.